Welcome to Standard Chartered Money Insights, a podcast series by Standard Chartered Bank that brings you market views and insights on the go.
Welcome to Cut to the Chase. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of August. I'm Daniel Lam, your host for the podcast. EM local currency government bonds has been a bright spot in fixed income this year. This month, EM sovereign spreads have tightened to the lowest level since January 2013, and spreads are about 90 basis points tighter than a year-to-date wide reached after Liberation Day. Now, in our recently published Global Market Outlook, we continue to have an overweight allocation to EM local currency government bonds within the bond context. We see EM inflation to be benign, and the relatively strong fiscal positions resulting in high real or net of inflation yields. Moreover, a weak US dollar environment would be supportive. EM local currency government bonds have low correlation with developed markets, providing diversification benefit. However, we have closed our opportunistic idea on unhedged EM Asia local currency bonds, because after a solid performance, the risk reward is no longer so attractive versus other EM regions. Now, this is because the EM Asia local currency government bonds have priced in quite a bit of positive factors, such as the smoother than expected US tariff negotiations. However, there can be flip-flops on the tariff wars. The US GDP growth and inflation outlook still remain uncertain. Thus, there can be a moderate widening in the EM sovereign spreads. However, we would use such widening to add to EM local currency government bonds. Our central thesis is still a US soft landing. We see the Fed cutting 3 times over the next 12 months, which would put pressure on yields and support sentiment. We continue to see diversification away from excessive asset exposure in the US, which would benefit EM local currency government bonds. That is all from me for today. As always, if you enjoy this podcast, please don't forget to rate and like it. Thanks for listening, and we wish you a happy day ahead.
Thank you for listening to Standard Chartered Money Insights, a podcast series by Standard Chartered Bank. For more details, visit Market Views on the Go on our website or click the link in the description.